We raise 60 hens in our front yard in a cold New York State climate. This time of year, late January, the coldest time of winter, it can be pretty challenging keeping their water thawed and available to them. I'm going to share notes in this video of how we have designed a system that keeps their water completely thawed and unfrozen all the way down to around 5 degrees Fahrenheit. I'll talk later about their coop. We button it up for the winter. You can see the polycarbonate panels at the top, so there's less airflow. And inside their coop, way back when we built this, I ran an exterior grade extension cord to this corner of the coop, right near the door. We have a water heating system that works incredibly well, has been quite safe and reasonable, and keeps their water not only thawed, but actually a little bit warm. Let me explain. The first thing you'll see here is this cap. This is that insulated bubble material. I'll link to some descriptors and images of these products in case you want to go this route. You can see this one's 2-ply. I just used HVAC tape to seal it up. You could use whatever sort of tape you've got. And this fits relatively snugly over our standard watering can. All summer we use this just outside in the shade and it works beautifully. And in the winter we can bring it in here and keep it insulated. So if you're in a mildly cool climate, you could consider a cap like this that would slide over your water just to keep it a little bit warmer. But in our climate, we need active heating. Let me show you how we keep this warm. This is the device we use. I got this at Tractor Supply, but you could get this probably online, used, or a local pet store. And I'm not suggesting that this is the absolute best one, but what we looked for was a heated pet bowl. This is for dogs and cats. And what I did is simply modify in a very elegant way. I cut the actual bowl part off. You could definitely do this a lot cleaner, just to make it flat. And then I used a little bit more bubble wrap insulator underneath it and set it on insulated fire bricks. It's nice to decouple from the air around. And so this sits on there and provides warmth to the bottom of the water. Where it plugs in, I attach it to something called a thermo cube. Again, I'll link in the description to this, but this was about $15 or so, and it allows electricity to flow to the port that's in it when it goes below freezing. So unless it's freezing, this stays off, saves a bit of electricity. But for the winter, we might use a few dollars, I don't know, $5 total electricity to keep our hens' water from freezing all through the winter. Really convenient. You can see it reassembled, insulator cap over top, a little insulation underneath, good access so a few hens can dip in for water at a time, and then a scrap of polycarbonate. This could be a piece of plywood or anything else. It's hinged with some old wire, and that drops down so that any hens that roost above, some do roost above, their poop can drop down. So we cleaned this today just to freshen it up for the video, but that'll deflect any debris. The cap also helps, but it's nice to not let anything fall in there. Just keep their water nice and clean, cool, but absolutely not frozen, down to about 5 Fahrenheit. We appreciate all the incredible work our hens do here and the eggs that they provide, and making sure that they have always access 24 hours a day, even at night when they're in the coop, to good clean water that is not frozen feels so critical. And just from a practical standpoint, if hens don't have access to good quality drinking water in the cold months, they eat snow, and energetically that takes a whole lot more for them to stay warm. So this actually reduces our feed costs and our overall stress and their overall stress to make sure they never have to crack through ice or eat snow in order to stay hydrated. It's a simple system, keeps the water nice, turns itself off when it's not so cold that it doesn't need it, and probably took about an hour or so in total to set up. Saves us many, many hours in sloshing ice cold water around all winter and breaking up ice. Hopefully this simple design is useful to you. By all means, take it and modify it to work for your context. Give us some feedback. How could it be better? Thanks for watching.